Hello good people, welcome back to our culture check, where we look at a real problem and we find out what really happened. Today's story is about international students from 4 different countries. So the first is Sam fine until one message made them us really quiet for days. We'll hear from the two people involved, Nicole playing as a Jordan and Rebecca playing as Amy. Our intercultural communication expert, Ocha, will help us understand why the same message was understood so differently. So let's get into it. So Jordan, what happened in the group chat?
So the story is like this: we are in a tight deadline, and I reviewed a section from Amy and one of our Nigerian teammates that had put together on the shared document. I noticed that it had some gaps, so I decided to post it something like this: "This section doesn't work. Please redo it." For me, I'm just being normal, and I just want to be clear, directly, quick, without putting any drama.
So what happened after you sent it?
It's like, this is weird, Sophie, because there is nothing. Like, there is no edit, no replies from them, no comments, and even nothing in the shared document. I thought that maybe they'd be offended with my words or something, but I had I checked on the info, like, do they have seen it or not yet, and it said they had seen it. I started to panic because we are in a tight deadline and we need to do it right now, but there is no comments from them.
So, but did you follow up?
Yes, definitely. I did. I sent some message, like more message to the group chat, and I asked, is everything was okay, or do they have some problem?
So what do you think was going on at the same times?
I genuinely thought that maybe this is just a motivational problem. Maybe they just didn't want to have some extra words or something. But if it's yes, then just say it to me.
So next, to Amy, some questions to you. What do you think about it?
Well, when Jordan sent that message in the group where everyone can see it, I was very surprised because it all felt very sudden. Not because the message was wrong, some of it was pretty fair. I'm gonna admit that, but I just didn't like the feeling of being corrected publicly.
But why you did go quiet instead of responding right away?
Well, because in my experience, when you did something wrong, you don't immediately try to prove yourself wrong. You don't immediately try to talk back. Instead, you fix what you did wrong and then come back telling them that you have fixed your mistakes and show them the correct result.
So were you still working on the project during those days?
Yes, I was rewriting my section. I just didn't post any update.
So from your side, the silence wasn't this engagement at all.
No, I very carefully tried to fix my mistake, and I also didn't want to be corrected for the second time.
So just to be clear for everyone, watching Jordan, you read the silence as a disengagement.
Yes, that was exactly what I thought.
So enemy the silence was actually you protecting the relationship and taking this feedback seriously.
Yes, it is the same problem, but it was seen very differently.
Gap is actually we want Ocha to unpack for us. So let's bring our expert. Let's Ocha come in. So Ocha, from what you hear, what actually going on here theoretically?
So there are two frameworks doing a lot of the work here.
The first is Edward Hall's high context versus low context communication. Jordan's message is a classic low context style. The meaning is in the words themselves: direct, explicit, text focused, no cushioning. This is efficient and completely normal in a lot of US and German professional settings. While Amy is operating in a high context style, where meaning depends heavily on context, relationship, tone, not just the literal words. In that style, criticism delivered bluntly and publicly isn't read as efficient. It is read as a breach of how correction is supposed to be handled privately, gently, and with room to surface.
So, and that's the second framework phase.
Oh, right. Phase negotiation theory. In collectivist, high context culture, public criticism turns someone's face in front of the group, and silence becomes a face-saving strategy. You withdraw, and then prepare considered response, and re-engage once you can do so without further exposure. It's withdrawal from the public channel specifically, and it's not withdrawal from the task Amy told us she kept working. And the breakdown point is not the feedback itself, and it's not the silence itself. It is that both sides interpreted the other completely normal communication style as personal or moral failing. Like Jordan read silence as apathy, and Annie read directness as disrespect. When really they were just running on different cultural default for how correction is supposed to travel.
So, what should a team like this actually do differently? Ocha, and then Jordan and Amy, I want your reaction.
A few comfort things. First, agree on feedback protocol at the start of the project. For example, critical or corrective feedback goes to DM first, not the group channel. The group channel is for the status updates and links. And second, separate the text channel from the lightweight check-in ritual. Like a quick async, voice note, or two-line, here's where I am update. So silence doesn't get misread as disappearance. And lastly, build an explicit norm so that silence for 24 till 48 hours doesn't automatically means disengagement. It triggers private check-ins, not public follow-ups.
So, Jordan, would that have changed anything for you?
Yeah, thank you, Ocha, for this feedback. And yes, I think before I go to the group chat, maybe I go to the DM first. I note in the DM first, and then instead of go first to the public chat, right? I think, like you said before, that before we jumping into the straight line, maybe I should put some words or one line, like more softly and not being too critical.
And maybe for Amy, what would help from your end?
From what I got, I think I could have posted one short line, maybe something like, got it, we're working that, or like, we'll give you an update by Thursday, without having to fully engage with the criticism yet. That will mean that I pay attention to the update without having to be face to face with the problem itself.
So it's not that one side has to become the others, it's building a shared protocol that's work for both defaults.
Exactly. The fix isn't be less direct or be less quiet. It is making the norms explicit instead of assumed. So nobody has to guess what someone else's silence or direct is.
So good people,
What lesson from this story? Being direct in staying quiet is not a bad thing. So it's simply different way of communicating. They are both influenced by culture. So the problem happen is when we think our own way is only a normal way and misunderstanding people action. So good intercultural communication doesn't mean anyone has to communicate with the same way. And it means understanding each other different and creating clear rules that works for everyone. So thank you for Nicole as a Jordan, Rebecca as Amy, and Ocha as expert. And thank you for watching.
Bye.